At the beginning of the story, we see a girl lying in the middle of the road intending to end her life. Soon, a car approaches on this road. As the girl sees the car coming towards her, she changes her mind out of fear of a painful death and moves to the side of the road. The person in the car does not stop to help the girl either. He ignores it and moves on, as if he didn't see anything. This girl's name is Lisa. Lisa's life is not going well at all. In fact, today is Lisa's daughter's birthday, but her daughter is no longer in this world. Then we see that the car that ignored Lisa earlier realizes its mistake. So the man reverses his car and comes to Lisa. The man inside the car, named Adam, asks Lisa, "Are you okay?" To which Lisa replies, "Yes, I'm fine. Nothing happened to me." The man then told Lisa that the city is quite far from this deserted area, so if you want, I can give you a lift to the city. Lisa agrees and immediately gets into his car. During the journey, Adam asks Lisa what she was doing alone in this deserted place. Lisa tells Adam that today is my daughter's birthday, which is why I'm missing her a lot today. But unfortunately, she is no longer in this world and now I am completely alone. There is no one in this world whom I can call my own. Hearing this, Adam says, "Oh, that's why you were lying in the middle of the road to die." In response, Lisa said, "I don't want to die. I just want to meet my daughter somehow, just once." Then Lisa turns on the car radio. A news report is playing on the radio. The reporter says that a serial killer is roaming in the forest and this morning the killer has killed 2 more girls. The police do not have a picture of the killer, but they have information that the killer is a fair-skinned man with a brown car and has a cross mark on his right hand. Hearing this news, the ground slips from under Lisa's feet because the description of the killer the reporter was giving on the radio was none other than Adam. Seeing the cross mark on his hand, Lisa becomes very scared. Before Lisa can do anything to save herself, Adam suddenly slams the car brakes, causing Lisa's head to hit the dashboard hard and she loses consciousness. After a while, when Lisa opened her eyes, she found herself trapped in a strange bunker made of strong iron walls all around. Lisa becomes very anxious being trapped in this closed place and starts shouting for help, but no one came to help her. We see that Lisa is wearing a different kind of suit and a watch has also been put on her hand. Lisa tries very hard to remove the watch, but it is so strong that even after a lot of effort, it does not come off her hand. Finally, when she realizes that it's impossible to get out of this place, she sits down in one spot and starts crying. Suddenly, the door of the chamber opened. Lisa saw that there was a tunnel on the other side of the door. Light was visible from the end of the tunnel. Lisa understood that to get out of this place, she would have to go through this tunnel. Lisa becomes happy that she found a way out. But as soon as she went inside the tunnel, suddenly the door of that chamber closed behind her on its own. Seeing this, Lisa's breath stopped, and she realized that she was trapped in an even more dangerous place. Suddenly, the alarm on the bracelet tied to Lisa's hand started ringing, and an 11-minute timer was set. Seeing this, Lisa understood that she had to get out of there in 11 minutes, or she would be trapped there forever. So, Lisa quickly started crawling towards the light on her hands and knees. But as she was getting closer to the light, suddenly the door ahead of the tunnel started closing slowly. Seeing this, Lisa started moving forward even faster. But when she reached the door, it was completely closed. Lisa couldn't understand how to get out of there now. She started crying and screaming. Just then, she noticed another tunnel going beside that door, but that path was very narrow. Lisa couldn't see any other way. So, gathering courage, she somehow went inside the tunnel and, after many difficulties, managed to cross that path and reached a place ahead that was like a platform. 2 paths were made there. One path was going above and the other below. Lisa didn't understand and chose the upper path, moving forward on her knees. But as she went a little further, the floor below started to rise. If Lisa doesn't get out of there in time, the lower path will crush her against the top. Lisa, terrified, started moving forward quickly. She was about to be crushed in that place when her hand reached the end of the tunnel, and just as the path was about to close completely, Lisa managed to escape and save herself. She took a sigh of relief, having avoided being crushed. But she didn't know that her troubles were about to increase because the path ahead was even more dangerous. Just then, the alarm on her watch went off. This alarm indicated that half the time had passed and now she only had 5 minutes left. So she started moving forward again. After going a short distance, she saw a person lying on the path. When Lisa came closer, she saw that it wasn't a living person, but a burned dead body in very bad condition. The same kind of watch was tied on the hand of the corpse as was on Lisa's hand. Lisa understood that this person was also trying to escape from the tunnel like her, but he couldn't succeed and died. It means getting out of here is impossible. Seeing this dead body, Lisa's remaining hope of getting out of here also shattered. But she somehow gathered courage, moved the dead body aside, and started moving forward. When she looked at the watch, she had only 2 minutes left, so she started moving forward even faster. Just then, a strong iron bar suddenly blocked her path. At the same time, numerous heating pipes began to emerge from the walls of the tunnel and started heating the area. Seeing this, Lisa became completely panicked. She realized that soon her corpse would also be lying in this tunnel like that burned person. She didn't know what to do next. Just then, a small section of the wall behind her opened up. Seeing this, Lisa crawled backward and got inside it. The very next moment, a glass door completely sealed this section. As soon as the timer on the watch tied to Lisa's hand reached 0, fire started spewing from those heating pipes like a fountain, and in no time, the entire tunnel was engulfed in flames. The section in which Lisa was trapped was completely secure, which is why her life was saved. After a while, the heating pipes went back into the wall. The chamber door in which Lisa was trapped opened. What Lisa had just seen with her own eyes made her not want to leave that section. But the wall of that section pushed Lisa out and reconnected with the tunnel as before. As soon as Lisa came out, an 11-minute timer was set on her watch again. As soon as she moved a little forward, the upper part of the tunnel started coming down and stuck right with her. There was just enough gap for her to crawl through. Lisa was now completely helpless. She started crying loudly. When she looked at the watch, she saw her time was running out. This meant that exactly 11 minutes from now, a flood of fire would come through the tunnel again and turn Lisa to ashes. She thinks that dying such a terrible death is better. Why not try to escape from here once again? That's why she gathered her courage again and started crawling forward on her back, using her hands to save her life. After crawling a little distance like this, the tunnel ended and a water tank appeared ahead. Lisa was very tired, and thirst had taken a toll on her. Lying like this, she quenched her thirst by drinking water with the help of her hands. When she looked at her watch, only 8 minutes were left. Now, besides water, she saw no other way. So, she took a deep breath and went into the water. After entering the water, the tank was quite large. She couldn't figure out which way to go. She started looking for a way out in the water here and there, but she couldn't find any way out. The other side from where she had entered this tank was also closed. Now her breath was also running out. Just then, a door opened at the top of the tank. Lisa quickly went up through that door. As soon as she got out, she took deep breaths and started to figure out the way forward. But Lisa was very exhausted. Moving forward was very difficult for her, and due to extreme fatigue, Lisa fell asleep in the middle of the path. But then, a scream echoed in Lisa's ears. There was someone else there calling for help. Hearing the voice, a hope for survival awakened inside Lisa. That's why she quickly started following that voice. Suddenly, a door opened right below her, inside which there was boiling acid. Lisa narrowly escaped falling into that acid. The acid was so dangerous that it could melt strong iron in a few seconds. Lisa quickly cuts a piece of her clothing and dips it into the acid to test it. The cloth turns into black ash in just a few seconds. Seeing this, she proceeds very cautiously. She was about to cross the spot by placing her hands and feet on the edges of the pit when her knee touches the acid, causing Lisa to scream in pain. Fortunately, because of her suit, her knee was saved from melting, but a deep wound had formed on her knee. The good thing was that now the sound of help was coming from quite nearby. Forgetting her pain, Lisa started following the voice again and finally reached an iron grid. A little distance away, there was another grid behind which a man was standing. The man was also wearing a watch and a suit like Lisa. Lisa says to him, "Look, listen to me. We are both trapped here. Me. If we help each other, we can get out of here." But that man had been stuck in the tunnel for so long that his mental state had deteriorated. Sometimes he would start cursing Lisa, and then he would start apologizing. He says that they will come back soon and kill both of us. Saying this, the madman started laughing loudly. Just then, Lisa sees that the watch on his hand has started a countdown of 60 seconds. The heating pipes emerged from the walls again, and this time the section that opened for escape was right between Lisa and the man, with space for only one person to hide. Now, either that crazy man will survive or Lisa. The next moment, the iron grid in front of Lisa and that crazy man moved aside. Both of them quickly ran towards the chamber and reached it together. After that, they started fighting each other. In the meantime, sometimes Lisa would push the crazy man out of the chamber, and sometimes the crazy man would push Lisa out. But in the end, just as time is about to run out, Lisa kicks the man out of the chamber. The man tries to pull Lisa out by her leg. Then the 60 seconds were up and the glass door of the chamber, that man's hand was cut off. The man screamed in pain. Just then, Lisa noticed the man's hand, which had a tattoo of a cross. Seeing that tattoo, Lisa realizes that this man is none other than the serial killer Adam, who had knocked her out in the car. Now all of Lisa's confusion was gone. Earlier, Lisa thought that Adam had kept her captive here, but her thinking was wrong because poor Adam was now himself at death's door. Just then, the 11 minutes on Lisa's watch were up, and the intense fire from the heating pipes turned Adam to ashes in seconds. Witnessing Adam's horrific death with her own eyes, Lisa began to tremble with fear. A little later, a robot emerged from a small tunnel inside the section. It was a very terrifying skull. This robot does not harm Lisa, but instead heals her acid-burned knee. Lisa asked it who it is and why it brought her here. In response, a tool emerges from the robot's mouth and connects with Lisa's suit. With the help of that tool, Lisa starts remembering all the flashback events. When she was in the car with Adam and found out the truth about him, Adam had a confrontation with her. During that time, Adam stabbed Lisa in the chest with a knife and threw her out of the car. At that moment, Lisa saw a white light coming towards her from the sky, after which Lisa returns to the present. Lisa now understands that those aliens saved her life from the monster Adam and brought her here. But without explaining why they brought her here, the robot left. Lisa also realizes that whoever these people are, they do not want to kill her. She just has to pass this game. Only then will she be able to get out of here. Lisa now came out of the chamber to determine the way forward. Adam's severed hand was also lying there. At that moment, Lisa saw some symbols under the timer on the severed hand. Lisa was trying to understand the meaning of those symbols when suddenly a spinning fan started coming towards her. Seeing it, Lisa began to retreat to save herself and narrowly escaped into a tunnel above through a hole. Suddenly, she heard the sound of someone walking above the tunnel. The sound stopped at one place. At that place, the tunnel's lid opened and a terrifying creature descended, which looked human but was staring like an animal. Its body was completely burned and its eyes were shining like white stones. Then Lisa's gaze went to its severed hand. Seeing the severed hand, Lisa understood that it was none other than Adam, who had turned into a monster after burning. Now he wanted to kill Lisa. Adam's eyes were burned. Because of this, he couldn't see Lisa, but he could hear. Lisa quietly starts moving forward slowly. But then, the slight sound of her watch hitting the floor echoed, alerting Adam, who quickly started coming after her to kill her. Lisa was about to be caught by him when she crossed over through a narrow tunnel. Due to not being able to see anything, Adam couldn't cross that place. Lisa moved forward through the tunnel and reached a place where she had two paths to go further. Lisa couldn't understand which path to choose. After thinking a lot and still not understanding, she guessed and entered the left tunnel. Outside the tunnel was a room with glass walls all around. On those walls, Lisa could see all her memories from her birth to giving birth to her daughter. There, Lisa also saw how her negligence led to her daughter's death. Lisa starts crying a lot, remembering her daughter. Just then, she saw that Adam was coming after her again from the ceiling, but Lisa escaped from him and reached another tunnel where she saw something that made her extremely happy. She saw that at the end of the tunnel, the blue sky was shining outside. Seeing her freedom so close, Lisa regained her courage. But to cross that tunnel, she would have to go through a thorny path. Now, only 60 seconds were left.
The very next moment.
At the same time, heating pipes hit her head from all sides. They protruded from the wall and were set to fill the place with fire as soon as 60 seconds were up. Without wasting time, Lisa started to go under these barbed wires which pierced her body and badly cut her back. Lisa was in a lot of pain and a lot of blood started coming out from her stomach. But Lisa, without caring for herself, slowly started moving towards the sky. Just then, a chamber opened in the tunnel behind, where Adam quickly went and hid. Now, a flood of fire was about to come in just a short while. Lisa, covered in blood, was trying to get out, but due to excessive bleeding, it was becoming difficult for her to move forward. Her vision was blurring. Just then, the 60 seconds were up, and the next moment, fire started pouring down. Before the flood of fire could engulf Lisa as well, a door opened right below Lisa, and she fell into a chamber and lost consciousness. A little while later, when Lisa opened her eyes, she saw that she was back at the same place where she had started. That means all the effort she put into escaping was in vain. Seeing this, Lisa was completely broken. Just then, the robot came back to tend to her wounds. Lisa stopped it from treating her because she wasn't ready to go through it all again. She told the robot that she just wanted to die now. The robot agreed with Lisa, and an injection emerged from its mouth, moving towards Lisa's body. Just then, Lisa remembered the mark on Adam's hand. She realized that the mark must indicate the way out, so she started drawing the mark from Adam's hand on the wall with her blood. After observing it closely, Lisa discovered that it was an arrow indicating the direction to exit. The first arrow was turned to the left side. This means she should go inside the left tunnel of the first two tunnels she encounters on the way. The second arrow was turned to the right side. That means after crossing the first tunnel, when two tunnels appear together again, you should go inside the right side tunnel. She thought that there must be similar symbols under my wristwatch that indicate the direction to get out of here. Understanding this, Lisa asked the robot to heal her wounds. As soon as the wounds were bandaged, she set out again in these tunnels with a new hope. Lisa had passed through these tunnels before, so she easily moved forward, crossing the tunnels, and stopped near the pit filled with acid. There, she burned her watch in the acid and removed it from her wrist. On her wrist, there were symbols just like the ones on Adam's hand, with only slight changes. Lisa, holding the burnt watch in her hands, moved forward and reached the place where she had first chosen the lift tunnel out of the two tunnels. But according to the symbols, the correct tunnel is the right one. She quickly went into the right tunnel. Further ahead, she found two more tunnels where the correct one was the left one. In this way, Lisa was choosing the right path each time with the help of the marks on her hand. But then, once again, Adam started following her. Here, Lisa cleverly threw her watch inside one tunnel to mislead Adam and hid in another tunnel herself. Adam, following the sound of the watch, entered the other tunnel. As soon as Adam left, when Lisa checked the symbols on her wrist, she realized that the tunnel she sent Adam into was the correct one. Seeing this, Lisa became very worried. Now Lisa had no other option, so she slowly entered the tunnel where Adam was. This tunnel was quite strange. It seemed like this tunnel was the stomach of a large animal. Lisa started moving forward slowly. A little further ahead, she saw her watch lying in front, but Adam got wind of Lisa. He started following Lisa again. To escape, Lisa began running back the way she came. At that moment, Lisa's watch had started counting down 60 seconds, and heating pipes had emerged from the tunnel. At the same time, the rescue chamber in the tunnel had also opened. Lisa quickly went into that chamber and hid. Adam also reached there, but it was too late because the glass door had closed the chamber. Here, Lisa shows Adam the middle finger to tease him, but unfortunately, this time the fire-spouting heating tubes went inside without spewing fire. After which the chamber door also opened, and the next moment Adam pounced on Lisa. Lisa also started fighting Adam to protect herself and began pressing the demon's head with her feet. From behind, the chamber wall also started pushing Lisa forward, crushing the demon Adam's head, and finally, Lisa got rid of Adam. Lisa then started moving forward on her path. Where further ahead, she found two paths again. According to the symbols on her wrist, she had to take the right tunnel, and this was the last tunnel of the maze. But then, a girl emerged from the left tunnel. Seeing her, Lisa's eyes widened and she started crying. Because this girl was none other than her daughter Nina. After Nina's death, Lisa had stopped living. Her only wish was to somehow meet Nina, and finally, today, her wish was fulfilled. Nina told her mother Lisa not to leave her alone again. To which Lisa replied, "No, dear. I will always stay with you." To which Nina says, "Then come with me into the left tunnel." Lisa, crying, said, "Nina, I don't want to lose you again, but the truth is that you're already gone, and my destination is in the other tunnel." Saying this, Lisa started to leave. From behind, Nina kept calling her, but Lisa, with a heavy heart, walked out of the tunnel. As soon as she came out, Lisa broke down and cried. After that, without wasting any time, Lisa entered the right tunnel where she could see the open sky at the end of the tunnel. She happily started moving forward quickly. But then, 3 iron blades came in her path, moving rapidly up and down. Crossing them meant getting herself caught into pieces. But Lisa had to get out of there at any cost. So she noticed that the first blade was coming down once every 4 seconds. Lisa got close to it, and as soon as the blade went up, she quickly crossed over before the 4 seconds were up. After that, she reached the second blade. In the same way, the second blade was coming down every 3 seconds. Lisa bravely crossed it too, but the last blade was coming down in just 2 seconds, which was very difficult for Lisa to cross. Yet, in her desire for freedom, Lisa managed to cross it as well. But unfortunately, her leg got caught between the blades. Lisa was in terrible pain, but without caring for her leg, she reached the end of the tunnel where she could see the open sky. But as soon as she moved her hand forward to take it out of the tunnel, her hand hit the screen in front where a video of the open sky was playing. Seeing this, Lisa became very disappointed. She said, "I did everything I was told to do." After that, she started laughing like crazy. Just then, heating pipes emerged from the tunnel because the 11-minute time was about to end soon. Lisa now began to calmly wait for death. But this time, the heating pipes went back into the tunnel without burning her. Then suddenly, the top part of the tunnel opened and a bright light shone on Lisa. Lisa's body began to lift into the air on its own and merged into the light. A little while later, when Lisa opened her eyes, she found herself by a waterfall, which brought a smile back to her face. Nina was also there. Lisa asked Nina, "Am I dead?" To this, Nina said, "Your body has died not just once but several times by now." Lisa asked again, "What do I have to do here now?" To which Nina replied, "Here you just have to live and do nothing else." Here we find out that the place where Lisa was now was not the world but something else and was as beautiful as heaven. The shortcut explanation of this film is that when Lisa was traveling in the car with Adam attacked Lisa with a knife and killed her. Lisa was present. That place was not the world but something else, and it was as beautiful as heaven. The shortcut explanation of this film is that when Lisa was traveling in the car with Adam attacked Lisa with a knife and killed her, after which she went straight to hell. There her sins were washed away, and in the end, she reached heaven. With this, the story ends. If you liked the video, then our channel. Subscribe and like the video.